What's up, guys? Jacoby White here, and I'm back with another video, guys. And today we're going to be talking about Arrow, Season 5, Episode 9, the mid-season finale, entitled What We Leave Behind, guys. So, to preface it, I can't talk, just like I couldn't talk my Flash video. To start off this video, guys, let's just talk about what we left off on Arrow. So, our last episode of Arrow was technically Vigilante. Last episode was a crossover, and I was so happy when they actually referenced the crossover in this episode, guys. I was like, yes! So, guys, in the beginning, we kind of start off where we're at, like, the Queen Mayoral Christmas party. Because if you guys know, Season 1 of Arrow, Christmas party, I think maybe even Season 2, it's kind of a tradition on the show. So, it was kind of like the Flash always has that party at Joe West's house, and let's just get into it. So, we get to see a cool movie references when Oliver talked about his favorite Christmas movies. His favorite's Die Hard, which gotta agree with, great movie. And then he does the whole It's a Wonderful Life, which if you guys don't know is actually an Easter egg to the crossover episode. Because the plot of the crossover with him being in the fake reality is really similar to the movie. So I'm not gonna spoil the movie or anything, so just go watch it. So, yeah. So we also got to see that Oliver is officially dating, if you want to consider, Susan Williams, who is the news reporter, who is the one who is definitely working against Oliver. I'm not sure for Prometheus, but she's definitely connected to the Flashbacks somehow. And I think she is probably working for somebody like Talia al Ghul, who we know is coming on the show. So Talia al Ghul actually did get referenced in this episode. At one point, when Oliver is fighting Prometheus, he does some spinny, double cross, jump in the air move. And Oliver says that a girl in Russia taught him this move. And we know Talia al Ghul is going to be in the flashback, so I'm 99.9% sure that's Talia al Ghul. So, guys, let's just continue down. So, we get to see Felicity actually going out in public with her boyfriend, Billy Malone. So, guys, I didn't really think Billy Malone was going to be Prometheus, because, to be honest, way too easy. But, you know what? The Flash made Julian alchemy, but at least they, with a little twist, but they still made him alchemy. So, anything's possible. But to cancel that theory out, this will be heavy spoilers this episode, guys. We get kind of a bit of a reveal who Prometheus is. So if you guys don't want to know, didn't watch the episode, don't watch. But come back and watch the episode. If you guys don't know, you'll start hearing me talking about it, and then you can just stop. So yeah, basically, guys, we got to see that Billy was with Felicity, and then we get to see Curtis and his husband, Paul, I want to say, and we get some interaction between them. Obviously, Paul doesn't believe the fact that he's working on a secret project with Felicity. Obviously, Curtis doesn't want to reveal that he's Mr. Terrific, so we get this awesome scene outside where basically Prometheus attacks Curtis because we realize that Prometheus knows all the identities on Team Arrow, and we basically get this cool fight. And Curtis actually held his own a little bit against Prometheus. Obviously, Prometheus wasn't going for the kill, in my opinion, and he knocks him out with the diceliciferol in the shoulder. So that's kind of like, and he wanted to basically give crumbs to Team Arrow to discover the big plot. So we got to see in the beginning, before that, I forgot to mention, we got to see a bit of Prometheus's like hideout, and we got to see all of Team Arrow. We got to see, I think it was Oliver, Diggle, Felicity, Oliver, Diggle, Felicity, Lance, and Wild Dog, and Ragman, and yeah, so we got to see all of them there, and we got to see Evelyn talking to Prometheus. If you guys didn't know, at the end of the episode, Vigilante, Evelyn basically said, we find out Evelyn's actually working for Prometheus, so we basically get to see the X on Lance, because we know Quentin Lance has been attacked this season by Prometheus, not physically attacked, but mentally attacked, so he's done with him. So I'll give a little theory about what's going to happen to each of the other characters, because a couple of them will eventually probably be crossed off after this episode. So, guys, basically, after the whole fight scene, we get the reveal that we get Season 1 flashbacks. And guys, I knew we were getting these, but I totally forgot. I was like, whoa, I forgot Season 1 flashbacks, yes! Because, eventually we realized that diceliciferol is actually made by a company that made by a company that went underground 4 years ago. And the company was, I think the guy's name was John Claiborne, and he was the name on the list, and we get to see flashbacks of Oliver taking down Claiborne. And it was really awesome to see the big, Belly Burger bag, because that was a big part in Season 1 and 2, and we got to see the original Foundry lair, which was the lair for 3 seasons of Arrow, so that was cool. Also, just seeing this Felicity, the tech, when she actually worked at Queen Consolidated was cool. Kind of reminds me of that one episode, like, that it was like similar to one, remember, one was with the computer, with the bullet holes, a couple of other stuff. So, yeah, I thought that was really cool, the way they just incorporated all the older stuff into the episode. Yeah, guys, my hair is a mess, but that's not the point of this. This is Arrow mid-season finale. So there was some stuff I thought was okay in this episode. The drama between Paul and Curtis was kind of like, we're advancing the Curtis character, but it's not necessary. It gives them a drive to join Team Arrow. So eventually, at the end, they part their ways. I don't know if that's forever. I don't really care, in my opinion. But Curtis basically says, I need Team Arrow, and Team Arrow needs me. So that's how that settles off. We didn't get much on Ragman or Wild Dog this episode. So, to come, in my opinion. So yeah, with the whole, like, Prometheus storyline, this was huge. Prometheus episode, finding out Prometheus' backstory. So, basically, after they realized John Claiborne is the guy, we immediately get the fact John Claiborne's Prometheus. And, no offense, Claiborne would probably be around 60 or 70, so I kind of eliminated that from right when they said that. I knew it was going to be some sort of, like, decoy or red herring. So, yeah, I was correct when they say that. So, basically, after that, we get to see Billy Malone going all full PI mode and discovering a picture of a baby inside John Claiborne's old desk at the old warehouse where he worked, I'm assuming. And, basically, we realize John Claiborne has a son. I don't know what his son's name was. I forgot. We'll just call him Claiborne Jr. We'll call him John Claiborne. We'll call him Prometheus for now. But so we basically learn that his son is probably going to be Prometheus. So we get to see cool flashbacks of Oliver doing the whole thing where he would give them a warning. You better stop doing this. Basically, stop costing so much for these medicines and stop holding the city hostage with the medicine prices. And shoots him in the leg. And he's like, do it again and I am higher. Which was awesome, guys. Season 1, Oliver's amazing. I love the costume, but it was kind of interesting to see how far his characters come. Now he'll knock them out. He'll like just punch them, knock them down. Back then he was putting arrows through their chests. So really, we got to see the character evolution. And I really like the scene where Diggle's like, sometimes you're going to get unintended consequences, which means now it might not seem a big deal at the time that he goes and kills Claiborne. Like, not a big deal at all. But he inspired Prometheus, probably. And it was cool to see Prometheus actually got trained by similar people who trained Oliver. So that was interesting. Prometheus is basically reverse Arrow, if you guys want to take that in Flash terms. So yeah, that was kind of cool. We got all the season 1 flashbacks were awesome. And then we get the warehouse fight scene where that warehouse was with Prometheus and Arrow, and that was awesome, guys. It was a really cool fight scene. It was really cool seeing Prometheus do his double spin. I didn't like the fact that they slowed it down so much. I thought that was cool, and I get what they were going for. It would have been cool seeing that in live time. Kind of, we did see a lot of that with Roy, and I don't think Roy is Prometheus, guys. I'm going to cancel that. It could be anybody, could be Prometheus. But yeah, so that's basically what I don't think that is that. So I thought the fight seemed really cool. We get to see Wild Dog save Oliver, and then we get to see the betrayal by Artemis by shooting a gun out of Wild Dog's hand and saying that Oliver is the one that needs to be stopped and he failed this city. And that was kind of cool, the way they did that. So we basically get to see her betrayal, and now Team Arrow knows that. So basically sends them all in the frenzy, and basically, when Billy's going to send that picture, he gets kidnapped by Prometheus and sends Oliver on a personal vendetta against Prometheus. So Oliver remembers a point in the flashbacks where he took down John Claiborne and killed him in, like, this old abandoned, like, warehouse office building. And he goes there, and this was probably one of the best scenes in all of Arrow, like, I've ever seen. They've showed Oliver and other Oliver at the same time. So when our Green Arrow Oliver, I'll call him Green Arrow and we'll call him Arrow. So Green Arrow, we'll call him Green Arrow, which is our season 5 Oliver, and we'll call Hood, because that was Oliver in season 1. So when Green Arrow gets there, when Oliver actually gets there as a Green Arrow, we get to see bodies laying on the ground, and we're kind of confused. But then we see the flashbacks in Prometheus. We see we see the Hood Oliver actually kill all the people and just leave them laying like that. So Prometheus recreated all the scenes of Oliver killing people when he actually took out John Claiborne. So I thought this scene was actually fantastic, the way it was laid out. The elevator scene, or the escalator scene, was fantastic, the way they did it, and it was really cool seeing Oliver reminisce in the past about all the bodies he actually dropped. So that part was really cool, in my opinion. Shot fantastically, and we have to actually at the end we get to see Prometheus stand where John Claiborne was shot. So this basically almost confirms that it's John Claiborne's son, but I wouldn't be surprised if Arrow throws some crazy theory thing at us. And yeah, so I'm gonna speed this up a little bit. So we basically get to see Oliver fight Prometheus. It wasn't a great fight; it was a short little fight, and then we get to see Prometheus talking to Arrow about his plans 4 years waiting to get revenge, and it's not even about revenge, because we don't, that part drives me away from the John Claiborne son theory, but you don't know. So basically we get to see Oliver shoot Prometheus 3 times in the chest and take the mask off, and he realizes it's Billy, but Billy was kidnapped and taped, and like forced, his hands are taped to the weapons, and it was an audio recording. So Billy is not Prometheus. That theory's done. Billy's dead. Oliver killed Billy by accident, and it was sad when he had to go tell Felicity that Billy's dead, and that basically Prometheus put him in the Prometheus put Billy in a Prometheus suit, and basically forced them to walk out there because he duct taped his hands and his mouth, and yeah, so Billy's out of the picture. So will Billy come back? I don't think so. So, guys, at the end of the episode, we get a crazy WTF reveal when Oliver goes down to the cave, and basically Laurel is there, and she says, "Hi, Ollie." So that's where that leaves off. I'm gonna do a video next week because Arrow's going on break, just like all the other shows after this week, and I'll talk about my Laurel theory. So I won't really get into that now, guys. But it's been a long enough video, guys. So I thought this episode was very good. Arrow is on point this season, guys. So if you're not watching it, if you didn't like it last season, you decided not to watch it, I recommend you guys just go watch it, because I'm telling you, this season's up there with season 1 and 2. So if you guys enjoyed this video, remember to give it a like, subscribe, and peace. Oh, and by the way, 2 other things. We got to see Speedy come back as, Thea come back as Speedy. And where's Lance? He hasn't been in the episode in a while. So yeah, guys, I'll see you in my next video. Peace.